Today on the channel, we're going to check out from NECA and Creepshow, the Ultimate Creep action figure. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Hansel, and today we have a good one right here. This action figure here is based off of the 1982 anthology horror movie Creepshow. If you've never seen Creepshow, it is a must-see. It is directed by the great George A. Romero and written by, all the stories in it are written by Stephen King. Now, 3 of the stories were written for the movie. 2 of these stories were pre-published work by Stephen King, which was not published into books. It was published into magazines when he was very, very young. But that's what this is. And this was, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that this was the first Stephen King adaptation movie I ever saw, and I fell in love with it. We had a laser disc player when I was very, very young, and there was 60 or 70 laser discs, and this was one of the movies of those laser discs. And I mean, almost every one of these movies that came with this laser disc, my dad bought it from a guy that he worked with at Fisher Body, which is a General Motors corporation. It was all movies from like 1982 or earlier. So I believe we picked this laser disc up probably around 83 or 84, because all the movies, like I mentioned, were 82 or prior. Well, this was one of them, and we used to wear this out. We watched it all the time. It's such a good movie. Now, there is a prologue, and that prologue is what this is based on. There is a kind of, they call him the Creep, and he helps a little kid along the way, and that's the prologue. He's not in it very long, but the dad is mad about these comic books that he's reading, these horror comic books, and this little boy, well, he gets sent to his room, and his dad's really mean to him. Well, this creep shows up in his window and helps him get his magazines back, and it's a very, very good anthology horror. Probably my favorite. It's close, though. There's some Vincent Price anthology that is really good too. But Creepshow, yeah, 1982. So we're going to check out this packaging. And this was the poster art right here. Very awesome. It had this creep working behind the counter at the movie theater, and he's selling tickets. It says Creepshow there. The most fun you'll ever have being scared. And you see he has his tickets there, and it says admission, adults, children. And down here, Ultimate Creep action figure. It's very awesome poster art stuff. Here we get the Creepshow logo right there. NECA, ages 17 and up, and choking hazards right there. On this side, Creepshow. And this box is marked 40th anniversary for the Creepshow. So this must have came out in 2022, I guess, would have made that 40 years. Got NECA Real Toys there. And on the back, 40, Creepshow, NECA, Real Toys. Bottom, warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes. And look here, you have the makers. Once again, NECA does that, puts the producers of this here action figure on there. So very good. And then on the inside, you've got the Velcro, like all our Ultimate NECA action figures. You get to open that up, and you see some goings on here that you can put your action figure in, and then you get this awesome window box. You can see all your accessories and your action figure. Oh, and I just noticed on the inside there, it does say, "You can call me Creep. I'm your guide on this terrifying journey into fear." So very good stuff right here. All right, we are going to take the Creep out of the bottom, so I need a knife here. So there is 5 stories in this, and see if I can remember them all there. The first story, besides the prologue, is Father's Day, which is probably my favorite one. It has Ed Harris is in Father's Day, and it is a really, really good one. I love it. All right, we're going to get our knife here. See if we can get in here and get this thing popped open. It does not want to pop open. There we go. I got her. All right. Pull this baby out. There is the creep. Let's see. See our backdrop here. There's the empty box. Set that to the side. And here is your backdrop. It is the movie booth where you buy your ticket at. Very cool. Very cool. Set that down there. And here is the creep in his plastic coffin. All right, he does have a cover over the top, so we need our knife again here. Cut this tape. There we go. Lift that off. Now I'm going to try to show that again. Ooh, it's very hard. Stuff might start falling out of there. All right, we will go through the Creep's accessories first, and there's a few of them. I like it. First of all, we get a candle, and that sucker is really ablazing. Look at the flame coming off that candle, and that wax is running all the way down it, and it looks like there is some, I don't know what is on this candle. I can't, my eyesight's pretty bad. It almost looks like chimpanzees, but I don't know why it'd be chimpanzees. It might be like demons or something around the base of that candle holder right there. I'll get some close-up pictures of that, but that's really highly detailed. I like it. That might be something you got to be careful with, though. That little flame on there could bust off. We'll set that right there. Next, we're going to get a jack-o'-lantern. Come on out of here. Jack-o'-lantern, yes, let's see. Does the top come off? I don't feel like it, but you can definitely see how it's cut right there. Very good-looking jack-o'-lantern. I like that. It looks like a real pumpkin to me. Very nice. And then we're going to get the comic book. Now, this comic book is the real deal. It is a mini comic book. Now, it only has one page, and when you open it up, it is the story. I think this story is called They're Creeping Up on You, where a bunch of cockroaches takes over this guy that's got phobias of germs, and it's a really good, he's a real asshole, and you know, he meets his demise. I guess I've kind of spoiled that for you, but yeah, that is awesome. Little bitty creep. And on the back, it has all kinds of stuff on the very back. I'll get close-up pictures of that. Now we're going to get extra heads. Our first head has kind of got his hair coming forward, but oh, the jaw is articulated too. Check that out. Articulated jaw. That opens way up. It's got this kind of translucent white hair coming forward on it. Very good. And he's got one eyeball hanging out. That is awesome. Couple missing teeth. One of the eyeballs is gone, so there's just a eye socket. These are really, really good. I love that. Very nice. Next extra head is going to be the hair really coming forward and up, I guess. And this jaw is articulated as well. Now, he has both of his eyes and his eye sockets on that one. But that hair, again, that translucent plastic there, looks good. I love this. Very nice. I'm glad I'm opening this now. All right. And let's grab, he is not tied in anywhere. So we're going to grab the creeper by his toe, pull him up, and the creep has been resurrected. Here he is. Empty coffin right there with our silica packet. We'll put that back in there, set that to the side, and let's check out this creeper. Now, let's see. This is a little bit older, so this is 2020. Oh, there is some this is 2022. There is the plastic in here to hold that. I think that's holding that form to his gown right there. But yeah, this piece of plastic right there, we'll get rid of that. Now, again, 2021, NECA was not nearly as good as they are now, so I want to be really, really careful with this. Now, there is a wire in here which will hold shape. It's on both sides of this uh, figure, so you can kind of bend it how you want. If the wind, make the wind look like it's blowing. He does have this scarf around his neck. Now, articulation, head, a little bit of movement on the head, not a whole lot though. Now this, okay, so the hood comes off and there is wire around that hood, and then you could pop this head off. Okay, the head pops off pretty easy. This jaw is articulated. This head is pretty good. I kind of like the one with the one eyeball in it. But all these heads are outstanding, really good. So that head came off pretty easy. Then you can, oh, his hair come off. So maybe you might be able to trade hairs out. Let's see. Oh, you can. Awesome. So you can put the different hairdos on each head. So that's nice. And I guess you could even go without hair if you want, but it looks better with his hair on with that hood. Again, like I said, NECA was good. And my first figure collecting was my Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre figure, and I loved it. And that got me into it, but I will be honest with you, NECA wasn't as nearly as good as they are now. They're tons better. All right, so the head had a little movement, goes back and forth. It's hard to see with this. He's got single jointed knees. Again, be very careful bending this thing. Single jointed elbows, single hinge in the shoulder to move that up and down like that. But his wrists go down and up. So he's got a little movement, but man, he is pretty limited on it. But very good looking figure. I'm not sure about the needing to change the extra heads. Like I said, it is a little bit of a pain in the butt. And I might actually glue them heads on there, but look at that. That one is awesome. Yes. Now, I'm not 100% sure if he can hold anything he has. Let's see. Can he hold the comic? I think, yeah, you can slide that comic in there so you can hold that. And the candle, let's see, can he hold the candle? Sure, he can hold the candle. Let's see, could he put that over? Yeah, he can hold the jack-o'-lantern too. So very good, very good. Again, older NECA, it's not great, like I said, but it looks good. The functionality of it, the articulation is very limited, very suspect of breaking, but man, very good. Now, I got this because NECA last year, I believe, was running a sale, and it was buy 5 figures for $100. So that was, less. I think it was 5. It could have even been 8. I might have to look that up. It might have been 8 figures for $100, but this was one of the ones I picked because I do like horror the most, and NECA horror is my favorite NECAs there is. I don't do turtles or the other things that they do. Pretty much just horror. But very good. I love this. I love this. Let's see. Let's see. There is holes on the bottom of the feet too, so you could put a stand on him. Let's see. Let's get out the nun right here. This nun is a creep. This is probably one of the creepiest figures that I own, this nun. I mean, very, very terrifying looking. Yeah, but too bad the movie sucked. Now, this movie for the creep was awesome. But that's going to be it. I love it. I love this. I highly recommend it. I don't think it's the cost of this is down to, I think, to like $28, $24, something like that. If you can get your hands on it, especially with that 40-year-old mark on it, where, anytime I can get an action figure that has annual celebration, whether it be Jaws 50th or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th or Creepshow 40th, I want to get it. I want that, and I'm going to keep that box. And I'm having all kinds of troubles right here. But that's going to be it for NECA Creepshow, the Creep. Till next time, oh yeah.